Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have a video that was recommended to us from a cave diving incident. So let's see what happened. I don't have much to add here.
You're submerged in cold and murky water with poor visibility, plunging
water.
deeper and deeper into uncharted territory, untouched by humankind. This narrow passage is shrouded in endless darkness, its secrets hidden beyond the safety zone.
Okay, I have to stop.
Come on.
I have to stop. You know why? Right after this AI talked about you're headed into the unknown where no one's ever seen. I see line on the left with markers on it. Did you see that? Cookies on it. What? How does that?
Nobody has
No
ever
one's
been
ever
here.
been there except for the guy who laid the line and put the cookies and arrows, and it's clearly marked.
And everyone else who has dived there.
But anyway, okay.
All right.
Yet, you're risking it all just to be the first to uncover its mysteries. Here at the Faculty of Truth, we're plunging into the underwater world to reimagine the story of two meticulously prepared divers eager to make a significant contribution to cave exploration. They ventured beyond to become the first to behold the end of the unmapped dream passage. While anticipating the experience of unique natural beauty, none of them plan to stay there forever.
Why can't they talk normal? Like,
Well-
why can't they just be like, so there's this cave, these two guys went in there, and they wanted to get to the end of the cave to see what was there. Like, why can't you just talk normal?
Now, I'm not the smartest. It's shocking for you. None of them plan to stay there forever. Is that really needed to? Do you really need to tell us that? Who plans to go in a dive and stay there forever?
Never come out.
Gus, in our briefing, I don't plan on staying on in this dive forever.
Plan for a
Is that
one-way,
helping
guys.
you? I didn't take enough air forever. You'll be like, oh wow, okay, good. That's good to know. Let me write that in my book.
It's just like,
Let's not stay for no. It's all AI.
look, I understand you are a lazy imbecile who cannot put together these videos yourself. You have to let AI do it. I get it, right? But can you avoid the dumb dialogue and descriptions? Plunging into a deep underground.
It's
like,
really-
why do you have to talk like that?
It's really flooding YouTube. It's hard for me because I like to watch YouTube and stuff other than diving. Everything's AI. It's hard to find one that's not. It's so bad because it's not even the images on the screen are just these repeated screenshots over and over, and you
Yeah.
just hear the AI talking. There's nothing there. I don't know where.
Well, that's
it's
why I
headed.
hope that people watching this show support channels that don't use AI, like us.
But
Subscribe to Dive Talk to teach this guy. If you
But they're gonna
hate
say-
AI videos, hit the subscribe
But
button.
they're going to say, "Well, then why you guys?"
Because we don't know.
I know we don't know.
We
But-
play and
then
we
roll,
hope for the best.
and
yeah.
it's getting hard to avoid it.
Yeah.
Frankly, all right. It's a little bit of a rant.
It was the warm beginning of summer in 1974 in Wales when two divers,
Like Wales.
Roger
Were you here?
Solari and
Remember the
Martin
70s?
Farr, set out on
It's
what
awesome.
would become the
Wait,
longest
Martin Farr is
cave
a legit
exploration
legend.
of the time, venturing into the uncharted depths of Agan Allwed. Roger
What was that called?
Egan Allwood?
Oh, you nailed it.
was
Speak
widely
many
recognized
languages.
as one of the best cave
By the way, it was Elgin Allwood or whatever was his name. The name that he pointed in the map, there's no chance that said Elgin Allway or whatever. Look at that. It's Oguf Gum. That's what it says.
Well, above it,
He's pointing to Oguf.
I know.
Oguf Gum.
Listen, the AI is
Agent
just
Allwood.
completely out of control here.
Roger was widely recognized as one of the best cave divers in Great Britain, yet the outcome of their fateful trip remained unpredictable. The Agan Allwed cave system was first explored back in 1949, and since then, an ever-growing maze of passages and adorned chambers has been discovered, totaling more than 32 kilometers in length. For every spelunker,
It's 20
the
miles.
dream is to be the first to step onto a patch of soil and bestow upon it a name of their choosing. Each step forward demands a daring risk, delving into the unknown depths, beginning with the main entrance, guarded by a metal-locked gate requiring keys from the authorities for access. Upon opening the squeaky door, one is met with a chilling draft emanating from the darkness beyond, where the explorer must navigate through a series of narrow, polished routes fraught with dead-end passages and bat-roosting sites. The golden rule dictates always veering left at junctions to avoid these pitfalls.
What?
After half an hour of kneeling through narrow passages, the terrain opens up into the expansive
Oh my
Grand
God.
Circle, where explorers must clockwise navigate around via the main passage, ascending steeply about 160 feet. This vast expanse of darkness is punctuated by towering rock formations reaching towards an unseen ceiling.
It's hard
wanna
to
make
pause.
a-
We both pause at the same
I'm going to
time.
make a recommendation here. Okay? If you're in the United States, or maybe outside of the United States, and you want to be amazed by what cave explorers have discovered in the past, I recommend you check out Ruby Falls in Chattanooga, Tennessee. When you go to Ruby Falls, this is a dry cave, so it's not cave
Yeah,
diving.
it's a big tourist attraction.
Big tourist attraction. You get to see the path the people who discover these the waterfall inside this mountain took, and it is mind-blowing. Like, even for us, as you know, people who have been in caves that have never had people in there, like, I'm looking at where they went and I'm like, who got into this crevice and decided to keep going and going and going until they ran into this waterfall? This is a special kind of people to do this.
It is, and they could fall and get hurt. But just so you know, Ruby Falls, though, you don't have to be like getting in all this kind of gear and be a cave explorer.
No, you can
You
do it
just
while
walk.
vaping. That's how easy it is.
It's all, they got lights lined all through it. They have light.
Yeah.
It's all lit up. It's become a big tourist attraction. But no, to your point, yeah, all of these had to be explored originally.
Very impressive. Anyway, what were you gonna say when you stopped the video?
That the AI on this one,
Yeah.
it's so over dramatic. With
Yeah.
the spiraling pillars that could lead you to your death and doom, that I actually start to tune out. It's hard
Yeah,
to listen
it's
to
hard.
it. You know what I mean?
Hard to watch.
It's like, come on. It's
Now,
just
I don't-
adjective after adjective. It's so ridiculous.
I don't use AI as much as you, so maybe you do know the answer to this. But when you are telling AI to make this nonsense videos, are you telling it like use dramatic 10 out of 10? Like, are you?
No.
Do you tell it how much dramatic it should be?
You write some general description and it goes out and it gets the footage, everything. You're so lazy, you don't have to do anything.
So you're not telling it like use as many words as you can.
Not that I remember. I've
Okay.
only tried it once.
I mean, if that's an option, this guy cranked it up to 11. Because this is annoying.
He
dude.
said to use every adjective in the English language. ChatGPT. Watch. Listen.
Damp,
Listen.
reverberating with the echoes of dripping
Listen.
water and the occasional distant rumble. Gradually, it leads to a claustrophobia-inducing hole between
It's
boulders
almost-
leading into the southern stream
ridiculous.
passage. This section, of more modest proportions and relatively obstacle-free, typically sees little water flow. Further along, the path becomes easier with open walking passages, culminating suddenly at the top of a small waterfall, where a handline aids in the 7-foot climb. Negotiating occasional climbs over boulder obstacles, adventurers are presented with a choice. To the left lies the fixed line to traverse across to the Gothic passage, leading to a series of breathtaking rooms and chambers adorned with impressively fine natural formations, including
That's cool.
splendid urchin formations, hailed as the best in the region, if not the world.
Is that ice?
Alternatively, turning right leads to a plunge into the depths where our tragic story begins. In 1972, John Parker and Jeff Phillips extended the passageway beyond Southern Stream Passage by over 2,000 feet. However, they eventually lost interest in further exploration, citing increasing danger as a deterrent. Martin Farr picked up the torch, driven by an insatiable desire to delve deeper into the uncharted depths of Agan Allwed Cave. He was determined to be the first to explore the unknown territory further, and sometimes referred to
That
it
looks like
as
Sweet
the Dream
Surprise.
Passage.
Or no, Rocky Horror.
Eventually, he managed to venture
That's
as
very
far
cool,
as John Parker had, but he was compelled to turn back due to a shortage of oxygen in his tanks.
Oh boy.
Yet his goal remained unchanged, to return and
Can you define exactly what when they use the word sump? People get confused all the time by this. All the caves that have you ever dove a sump, and
No.
what is a sump? Because I have not.
So a sump is are caves that have dry passage, meaning you come out of the water into an empty room, you have to crawl out of the water and then continue on the other side. So if you think about like the way your toilet works, where it has that thing where, you know, there's dry areas but it's covered in water, that's how sumps are. So there will be water, then you come out, go over like rocks and stuff, climb. Some of those are long, like from where the water ends in one sump to where the water starts on the next one. Like you have to crawl like a lot or traverse a lot in dry land and then go back in the water and keep going.
And that's
So-
what they were dealing with in
Yeah.
the Thai rescue. So
Correct.
exhausting.
Yeah.
Because all the gear and everything, you got to drag that stuff through that. And it's not like this necessarily beautiful dry area.
No.
It's mud and squishy and nasty. It's tough.
I mean, and we've been in caves that are submerged in water where we think like if this was dry, it would be impossible to walk through this. Like the fact that we can go through this cave is only because it's flooded.
Yeah.
Like think of the Badlands in Abaco.
Shred.
You will be dead. Nobody could walk through that. Like it's just horrific. And it's
Jagged.
called the Badlands for a reason.
Yeah. Jagged rocks just pointed
No,
up everywhere. You
It's
can't
nuts.
walk.
You're
can't walk.
swimming. You're swimming over it, just thinking like anyone who would walk through this dry, it will be dead. No animal,
pushed
no
beyond the
nobody
boundaries
can.
of the unexplored territories, uncovering the mysteries that lay in wait.
It's just
Just
Tough.
a
tough.
month later, Martin and his friend
I'm about to
Roger
watch this on
Solari
mute.
made the
It's
daring
that bad.
decision
It's tough.
to squeeze through the narrow entrance.
See how they
and
repeat that? We
venture
already
several
saw that.
hours through a
We already
series
saw
of
that little
already
door.
mapped
Yeah.
passages
It's
requiring
brutal.
intense physical preparation. They timed their expedition meticulously, ensuring no rain would disrupt their journey and cause flooding or excess water within the underground formations.
I mean, that would
Both men
kill you.
possessed remarkable diving experience, particularly Roger, who had begun his caving journey at the age of 12 and later served as president of the Speleological Society during his school years.
Wow.
Exhausted yet determined, the two divers traversed hundreds of meters to reach the diving site, spending some time sitting and discussing their plan beside the dark water. Martin devised a strategy, agreeing with Roger that he would lead the exploratory mission, and either of them could turn back if they felt uncomfortable at any point. As they submerged into the first sump, the chamber fell into a dead silence. The first
God.
3 sumps proved relatively easy for experienced divers like Martin and Roger,
Wait,
with around 15
passage
minutes
right there
spent between each. to
Looked like the
That-
one I went through with Mehdi and you. Remember?
Yeah, no, but
What?
that's Skiles Passage.
I think so.
But no, that wasn't it. That looked like Rocky Horror, like at Madison Blue. But
Our point is that's not unexplored cave. There's a line
to
and
replenish their energy. Brimming with enthusiasm
This one's tough to
and
watch, I gotta be
motivation,
honest with you.
they
There's too
eagerly
much
prepared
AI
to
here.
dive into the last mysterious sump where John
brutal.
Parker had chosen to stop
Come
his
on,
exploration.
gosh.
No one knew the depth or extent of this sump,
I know.
but Martin
It's
came
called
prepared with
Virgin
a 1,000
Cave.
feet line reel, significantly longer than the depth of previous 3 sumps, ensuring they could find their way back. In contrast, Roger had only a 400 feet line, mostly relying on Martin. The last sump proved more challenging, with a steep downward stream and muddy water causing poor visibility, slowing their progress.
It's the same muddy
To
water
reach
you showed a
certain
little while
depth,
ago.
They had to move faster to ensure they had enough oxygen to return to the surface in case they encountered a
Gas
dead end
would be
or
the more
endless
appropriate
water
use,
ahead.
'cause-
Martin hoped to reach the end of the 4th sump,
Nice,
perhaps
BC.
even discover a 5th, but they couldn't rely solely on these speculations and always had to be prepared to turn back. Unfortunately, the journey through the 4th sump didn't go as well as the previous 3.
You see how the AI just goes out and grabs footage that's already on the internet. That's a modern X Deep with a brand new one of those aluminum reels.
Yeah.
They didn't have that then.
No.
So it's just grabbing footage. Oh, here's Cave. You told me to talk about Cave, and I'm grabbing random footage that has nothing to do with what this robot is talking about.
Right.
During the dive, Roger indicated that he was experiencing sinus difficulties. However, Solari was no stranger to such challenges. He had encountered similar difficulties while diving in the past. Martin suggested that Roger should head back when the issue didn't resolve, but Roger, driven by his keen interest, decided to press on with the exploration. As Roger's line ran out about 400 feet into the sump, the end of the passage was not visible and continued to descend into the unknown. They decided to connect two lines and continue only with one. Martin checked his pressure gauge and noticed he was nearing the first third limit of available air in tanks. Despite this, he decided to continue in the hope
And now
of
we see a
finally
modern
reaching some sort of
4-pin
surface.
Perdix.
Martin
See how it
pressed
doesn't
on,
make sense?
descending deeper into the passage. About
Faculty of
150 feet
truth.
later, just when he knew he should head back to the surface, he spotted a gravel bank with a steep upward slope.
Ooh.
This sight sparked hope that the end of the fourth sump was within reach. However, upon checking his pressure gauge, Martin realized he was already well into his second
In
third
whatever
of
gauge
available
that is.
air.
Yeah.
Despite the risk, Martin began ascending the slope, hopeful for an air pocket or a chamber with an island. As he climbed higher and higher, he reached a depth of about 3 feet, just beneath the water's surface, only to discover there was no airspace. After
snap.
a few minutes of searching for a continuation of the passage, Martin realized it was a dead end. With only a third of air left, he knew he had to conserve it to make his way out of the cave. In a state of panic, Martin hurriedly retraced his steps. On his way out, he spotted Roger at the roof of the dead-end passage, still searching for a way forward. Signaling to Roger that they had likely reached the end of the fourth sump, Martin anchored his reel onto the boulder while Roger held onto it. With both divers desperately low on air, Martin reached the deepest point and began his journey back along the tunnel, expecting Roger to be close behind him. Every passing moment felt like an eternity, as the rapid ascent caused acute pain in his ears.
By the way, just for information of those you watching, still through this complete nonsense AI video,
Not going to be
this
many.
is end of line. By the way, this is the signal I would give to say this is line. This is the signal for line. This is end of line. So I would just be like, turn around, end of line. Just a tidbit of information.
Taking a moment to alleviate the discomfort.
I'm
and check for
struggling to
Roger, Martin
stay
waited
focused, to be honest
anxiously,
with you.
But
It's
Roger was
difficult.
nowhere to be seen.
Repeated
Martin had no choice but to
images.
surface,
Yeah.
feeling a wave of relief wash over him as he emerged, hoping Roger would soon follow suit.
look at that
But as
mask, and
minutes
now we're gonna
turned
see a
into
brand
an
new computer.
agonizing wait, Martin's discomfort grew. Eventually, he decided to return to the water by pulling the line, only to find it slack.
Oh,
He noticed
no.
something unusual. The line was coming in too effortlessly.
Oh,
Investigating
man.
by
Broke?
diving deeper and deeper, he discovered that the line had been cut about 30 feet after the point where the two lines were joined. Already deep and
God.
realizing the gravity of the situation with his air running low, Martin knew it was no longer safe for him to continue.
I think you should comment on how strong Cave Line is, because
Yeah.
people are probably wondering, guys, you're relying on a little line. You just saw how easy it is to break. I mean, that you got current Cave Line, man. What is the actual strength of it? Do you know, like the
Yeah, it
tension, the pounds it can handle?
it really depends. But the line that we use can hold like 500, like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's really strong. Now in England, I believe they use a thicker rope, which can do probably thousands of pounds. So it's not easy to break. And when they say, for example, that he only have 400 feet or whatever, if they were using that line they use in England, that is a big spool because they use the thick rope. It looks like I don't know, like you can hang a hammock with. I mean, it's like a thick rope. So it could have been a big spool even for 400 feet. But we use the thin one. It's still super strong. It's just thinner.
Yeah.
The safety protocol for any professional diver dictated that he couldn't risk his own life waiting for another diver who may be in trouble. He surfaced, desperately hoping for Roger's return, but there was still no sign of him. With no other options left, Martin ran out of the cave to seek help. He immediately contacted John Parker and experienced diver John Elliott, informing them of the dire situation. Without hesitation, they alerted the police and the cave rescue team, initiating a frantic search for Roger. The following Thursday,
Old gear.
undeterred by previous unsuccessful attempts, Parker pressed on alone, equipped with 4 air cylinders for the dive.
didn't
Despite
say
laying
oxygen.
more than
That's good.
500 feet of line in the 4th sump, he was still diving in poor visibility. After spending 10.5 hours in a desperate search for their dear diving partner, they returned empty-handed. Sadly, Roger's body could not be retrieved from Agan Allwed to this day.
Wow.
Some speculate that he may have become entangled, explaining why he cut the line from the reel. However, the true circumstances of his fate within the cave and why he never resurfaced will remain a mystery for future generations to ponder.
It's a tough one. And I don't know. I don't know how we're going to start avoiding these.
No.
Maybe, the reaction, because we're honest, is I'm not enjoying these AI videos because it's just such crap. I mean, you've got a guy talking about just adjective at your adjective about scenes that are repeating. Then they pop in a brand new computer that's at a different time, different place. It's kind of garbage, really.
Yeah, no. I think the easiest way for those of you commenting saying do not do AI videos anymore is don't suggest AI videos.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't get any suggestions for AI videos, we won't talk about any AI videos. It's as simple as that. But in order for us to maintain that we're seeing this for the first time, we're reacting live, and we're adding our expertise as it comes and not prepare like other channels do, there will be some AI videos.
Yeah.
There's
I know.
nothing. There's
this
nothing
one
you
was
can do.
particularly annoying. That's all I'm saying. Didn't you find it difficult to stay focused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And we recently reacted to another video of a few, not just one, incidents in caves with sumps. And I'm going to leave it right here in case you didn't catch that. It was cartoonish. People complained that they were cartoons. And then other people say the cartoons helped me understand better.
I'm sure it's gloriously beautiful, magnetically tranquility of magnitude. Do you like hearing?
Nailed it.
See how I
We'll see you on the next one.